Alright. In the last video, we learned how to install WordPress with Softaculous, a suite that comes with our hosting plans. And we will teach you how to do it, how to add an extra website to your cPanel account, to your hosting account. And we're gonna do it manually. So we're gonna kill 3 birds with one shot. Because we're gonna teach you how to install WordPress manually in case you don't have cPanel dashboard. We're gonna teach you how to add a add-on domain so you can start a new website in your hosting account. And what was the third option? Oh, and we're gonna teach you how to do it in a subfolder when you already have a website on your account. In this case, as you can see, I still have opened this. You see that we have the other website that we installed, latinconstructions.com, and I want to show you how to add now an add-on domain. The difference between add-on domains and aliases is that add-on domain will work as a totally independent domain in your cPanel account. It's like a totally a website apart from your main website. Aliases is you can use it. You can install actually WordPress as an alias, but in certain situations it won't give you the flexibility you need if you are doing things that you need them to work as a separate website. So we're gonna do it as add-on domains, and we're going to add-on domains. Alright, so we have a domain latinconstructionli.com. In the last video I had it, I deleted because I definitely want to show you this because this is very important. Sometimes people spend money because they don't know and there is nobody to show them or teach them or explain them. And if you're new starting a website or blog, you're not expert in this, you're pretty basic, so there's things that you don't know, so that's why it's necessary for me to show you this and explain you why. You don't have to acquire certain plans, hosting plans. You don't need to add another hosting plan to add a new website. You can do it on your own. Almost all our plans have this capacity. You can add other websites in the same hosting account. Anyway, okay, so here when we add the domain automatically, the system will create a subdomain. You don't really need it because we're gonna remain this because it's too long. Plitz. I'm just gonna call it Plitz. All right. So in your document folder, the document root, this is where your new installation goes. We're gonna simplify it too. We're gonna call it, you know what, we can try to rename this the same way, so we can call it website 2. I like letters better. Website 2. All right. Okay, so you don't need an extra FTP account if you are yourself managing both websites or the websites that you're adding. But if you have a hosting account and you're giving somebody like a friend or something, or you just need somebody to manage totally separate this website and don't have access to your cPanel account, then definitely you create an FTP account. But in this tutorial, we're gonna be basing in that you are doing things for yourself, that you are just you're just starting your adventure in a website, so we don't want to do things we don't want to complicate things for you, so we're gonna try to go simple. So you put the name of your folder, the same name of the domain, try to do it the same. It's not necessary, but I recommend always do it the same so you can identify it easily in the future, mostly if you are managing a lot of add-on domains. Okay, so we added add-on domain, and you see the add-on domain Latin construction li.com has been created. If you would like to manage the files for this domain, you can do so here. So if I click file here, it takes me to the file manager. All right, I'm gonna close right now. I'm gonna close this one too. It was open from before. I just want to come back here and show you that we can, this is the same file manager. You can have access if you, for some reason, you have to come back. It's here and in your main screen of the dashboard. Okay, so now we're gonna install our WordPress. Well, another thing that you're gonna learn today is how to create databases. Well, how to set up a database, and because we are assuming that you're installing WordPress manually for some reason. As I explained, you don't have all the options that we have that we explained in the last video, Softaculous, right? So the first thing you have to do is you have to create your database first, and we're gonna go to MySQL database here. We're gonna call this one Plitz tutorial. All right, there you go. And now we scroll down and we have to create our user for that database. Plitz. We can call. It's up to you for this tutorial. We're using the same name. You should not use the same name database and this. And we gonna use the same using the same password that you use on the last installation in this tutorial, but I recommend you never do that. Try to, your password and your database have to be very secure, because you can, if it's an easy password, you are opening yourself to hackers and things like that. So, but for now, we're gonna use tutorial 1, 2, 3 exclamation point, tutorial 1, 2, 3 exclamation point. All right, and we're gonna create our user. Now, this is important that you remember it, because if you forget this, you will be able to connect your database to your WordPress installation. So for now, I'm gonna copy this here. My user, well, it's the same. You have to add the one that you set up and a password, right? Sorry. Well, nice. And you will see why you need to save this. 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. So always save your database. I'm doing a text edit, but you do it whatever. You can use your notes here and file folder, or even write it with your own hand on a piece of paper on your diary. I don't know. But always try to keep this in case you have to move or something happens. You remember your database. Oh, you can always access it here, but it's better to be secure. I always back up the information. Okay, now we have our database and we have our user and we store our information. But now we have to tie this user to this database. So we're going to add user to database. I say database, some people say database, I don't know. Add all privileges here. You have to make sure to mark all privileges because you want WordPress to have full access to your database to ensure that you will be able to do whatever you want with your WordPress. Make changes, and we can go back now. All right. So as you can see, we have of our last tutorial, we have our audit database that was created automatically by Softaculous. I'm gonna start saying database. Hey, okay, and now we're ready, so we can go back here. Well, we don't have we have opened already our file system the file manager. So, but in case you forgot it, it's here, right? And you go and you open it out. It opens automatically in another window or tab. So you see a public HTML. This is the thing. We have already an installation here, an installation of this website. So that's the reason we cannot use the same folder, and that's why we created, when we added our add-on domain, we make sure that our add-on domain is pointing to another folder. We can add an add-on domain pointing to the same folder, but the thing is, if we do that, it will open this website. I'm going to do this just to give you an idea. Domains. So if I do this here, I go to add-on domains manager. So now it's here. You don't have to add it here because it's already here. So you just go here. If I do this, say changes. You see document root updated. Okay. So now I grab this and I go. No, input file specify, yeah, because it's not connected, because that is used already. All right. So what are we gonna do is put it back, website 2. You know what? I'm gonna do another way. So if I'm in public here, I do upload. Oh, by the way, I have my WordPress downloaded already, but in case that you need the files, you just go to wordpress.org. You have the main website of WordPress. You can actually read a little bit more if you want to learn a little bit more about WordPress. Get WordPress, and you just download this file. All right. When you download this file, you see in this corner you will see latest. See. Sorry. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so we're here, right? So we're gonna do, after download your file, we're gonna do to upload. All right, and we're going to bring this you know, I have this in full screen, so I'm gonna do it here. You can just drop your file here. I'm gonna do it here. WordPress here. All right. So WordPress 5.2.1 zip have been uploaded. All right. So now we have our WordPress here. We're gonna extract. All right. So as you can see, when you extract it, the zip automatically create a folder. Okay. So now are all the files. So what we're gonna do, because we changed this, but if we still have a website 2, we could just move all the content here from WordPress to website 2. But this is another way. I'm just doing this because I want to make sure that you understand that the dynamic with the folders and how they work with add-on domains. So what I can do now is I can rename this folder. Well, in case that I just click here and the name automatically gives me the option, but in case that doesn't happen for you, just select the folder and then rename. And then we're gonna call it second website. All right, I'm gonna copy this. Oh, I don't have to retype it. Rename. All right. So now, if I go to add-on domains and I go to document root, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna add this folder. So now, this domain, my second domain, is pointing to this folder. We don't need this one anymore. All right. I'm gonna delete this just to. I like to. Well, I have to delete this one and edit this. Try to always make sure it's not secure to have this kind of files on your website. For so many reasons that I won't go to that right now, but just delete it. You know, these are things that you don't need, and it will keep you your folder system clean, your installation, your work, everything will be clean, and it will help you to have a better management of your resources on your server. Alright, so we did it. So now if I go, if you see nothing what's happening here, but now if I refresh, because now this domain is pointing to that folder, it's showing me automatically the WordPress installation. Because it's the first time, this will happen automatically. Alright, so now we're going to, of course, English. As I explained in the other video, as you can see, I think you have a couple of more options on language that you did in the Softaculous. You choose the best you want, the one you prefer. We're gonna use English, and this is what I was telling you. I mean, WordPress is making sure that you remember your database information, because you will need it to set it up with your WordPress. And yeah, we're ready. We have this information, and let's go. So database name. We're gonna copy this here, and well, the username I use the same. Remember, I don't recommend you do that, but it's fine. The password definitely have to be very secure. And database host, you live at local host because your database is in the same server, is in the same hosting. So you don't need to change this. You have to know what you're doing. If you think you have to change this, it's because you know what you're doing. So don't worry about this. Leave it as it. And we click on submit. Submit. Alright, Sparky, you've made it. You made it through this part of the installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. If you are ready, time now to run the installation. Alright, so you will be asked for the same question in Softaculous. So site title, we're gonna call it construction of Long Island. We're gonna call this Long Island, and then username, we're gonna call my Plitz. And you see, automatically WordPress is giving you suggestions of password, but this is, you're gonna be accessing to your backend. So unless you save it to this password, if not, try to use one that you remember, but try to make it secure like this. For this, I'm just gonna use this tutorial 1, 2, 3 exclamation point. use it. But of course, if you're working on a website that you really want to use, make public, you make sure that your password is really secure. Your email. In the last video, I explained that you don't need an email with the same domain of your with the website that you make it. Um, because imagine, well, in our case, we manage hundreds of websites, and it will be crazy to have an email for each website. And it's good that we can use the same email for administration. So this email, that means that this email can be whatever you want. Your regular email, the email that you always use. Search engine visibility, of course, you won't mark this because you want to make sure your website is indexed by search engines. This is mostly if you're creating a website that would be private, but it's up to you. But of course, if you're just making your first website and you want one day people to find it and everything, don't mark this. All right, so leave it as it, and we click on install WordPress. All right, so we're done. Success. WordPress has been installed. Thank you and enjoy. All right. We go login. As you can see, our WordPress installation is asking us. No, like Softaculous took you right there to the dashboard. This one no. But anyway, this is where you're gonna be accessing every day, every time I want to do. All right, so here we are. You can move your widgets and optimize it according to your wish. And this is your WordPress installation. Now, because we made this installation manually, you see that your website is not secure. It's running in HTTP. Like in Softaculous, it gave you the option to, you can do it from the beginning, but here now. So the only thing that you have to do is go to settings. You see tagline. We didn't have the field for tagline in manual installation. In Softaculous we had it, so we're gonna add here. All right, and the only thing that you have to do is add the S here. If you watch the last video, I explained you have to have an SSL certificate if you want to do this. Our plans include a basic one. That is all you need. But some hosting accounts don't, some hosting services don't, so you will have to add it manually. We're gonna teach you how to do it in another video, but we is logging you out because now you are in a new way to access. The same thing if I go here. So you went to bed today, now you're coming back to work to continue your hard work. So now you just gonna type and you access. What is the path? Oh, tutorial 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you see you're back. If I do come and click, I always recommend it that you have your dashboard and your front end open, so you know what you're doing. It's easy to know where are you. Have to. It's up to you the way you feel comfortable working. And now you have your two website running as totally independent. And just to show you, I'm gonna go here, and if I go, this is the sample page, and this sample page says hello world. if I change this to no, the sample brings us to this one, showing this. Don't worry about this. I'm gonna explain this later. We're gonna do another video, but I just want to show you. Hello, Plitz followers. Update. If I refresh, we have hello Plitz followers. All right, and you see this is. If I refresh here, this is still because this is a totally separated website. So okay, so leave your comments. If I missed something, please let me know. If you have questions, please let me know. Just leave comments. Don't forget to follow because I'm gonna be updating more, adding more videos that will help you to create your website, a nice website, and by yourself for your blog, your business, and people charge thousands of dollars and for something that you can do by yourself, and you will see it's easy. Unless you want really advanced functionality, that definitely go for with a pro. But if you are just in a search for a basic website and you have the time and you are computer skilled, I think it's better if you do it by yourself because you can do whatever you want. You will see in our next video we're gonna start creating a website with our builder, a builder called Divi, and you will see how easy it is and how you can create a very nice website, and it's not complicated. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow. And all right, bye.